isothermal systems, isothermal processes, okay. So in those processes in which temperature remain constant are known as isothermal, means temperature constant, okay. So temperature constant means your internal energy must remain constant, okay. So if your change in internal energy must be equal to 0, okay. So for isothermal processes, dq equal to minus dw, okay. So you can write also it as a dq is minus dv v2, okay. Our heat is converted into work, okay. So whenever we have a system, okay, and if you provide heat to the system, then the system does work on surrounding, okay. So its internal energy does not change, it is temperature remain constant, because temperature is only function of internal energy, it only depends on internal energy. So if a body's internal energy is 0, means change in internal energy is 0, it means its temperature will not change. The whatever heat you are providing to the system, whole heat is converted into work, means q is converted into work, okay. So it is graph, you can make this graph, draw graph, it is volume versus pressure. So this, if it is initial state is this P1 V1, then it is final state will be like this P2 V2. So there is, and we have already discussed that this process. So work done will be calculated from the area under the curve. So you can calculate the area, you can calculate the work also by calculating just amount area under the curve. So you can divide this into triangle and a rectangle, and you can calculate how much work is done under this process. Okay. And another process is adiabatic process. So an adiabatic process means isolated system. Adiabatic means there is no heat leaves or enters into the system, means change in Q is equal to 0. So our first law of thermodynamics becomes that is this term becomes 0. So in this process you can write change in U is equal to W. So if you take heat as a 0, means system is isolated, means heat neither enters nor leaves. So in adiabatic process, when you do work, you change volume or pressure. If you keep pressure constant, you change volume. So by changing volume, increasing or decreasing, you change the internal energy. So only internal energy is changed by doing work on the system. So if you do work on the system, so you increase the internal energy, you do positive work. If system does work, means internal energy will decrease. Okay. And the third process, that is isochoric. Isochoric means volume constant. Change in volume does not change. Our volume is fixed. So if volume is fixed, it means because work is equal to minus P dV V1 to V2. So if volume is equal to 0, so work will also be equal to 0. So in isochoric process, work equal to 0. Okay. So work is equal to 0 means our equation becomes so change in U becomes Q. So whatever you will provide heat, so whole heat will be converted into the internal energy. So energy, because heat is energy, so only heat will increase the internal energy. Law of conservation of energy. Because law of conservation of energy says it means energy neither can be created nor can be destroyed. Means you cannot means create energy greater than the amount input energy, and you cannot get output greater than input. Input energy must be equal to output energy, means you cannot create extra energy. Okay. So in this also law, when you in isothermal process, you saw that internal energy can be completely converted into work. Okay. Or heat, sorry, heat heat can be completely converted into work, okay, in isothermal process. So it means that no heat is wasted in the environment, so total heat is converted into work, okay. So for example, if you have an engine, thermodynamic engine, your engine consists of a hot reservoir. This is engine, heat engine. It is temperature is T1, and this is system. So heat flows from hot reservoir, and there is environment, there is cold reservoir. So its temperature is T2. Okay, T2 is less than T1. Okay, so there is a working substance, means gas, ideal gas. Ideal gas takes heat from the hot reservoir, and it does work on the system. Okay, and remaining heat goes into the cold reservoir. Okay, so work done will be equal to, for example, it is heat is Q1, it is heat is Q2, that is wasted. Q1 is transferred into the system, and a Q2 goes into the cold reservoir. So work done will be equal to Q1 minus Q2. Okay, so total work done in the process is Q1 minus Q2. So if you want to find efficiency of the engine, how much efficient is engine, so you can find efficiency that is known as eta, that is given by, means input output by output, multiply by 100 in terms of percentage. Okay, so eta efficiency, that is equal to input over output. Okay, okay. Sorry, input output over input. Okay, so output is work done by the system, and input is heat that you provide the system, multiply by 100. Okay, so you can now write it as W is the work done, that is equal to Q1 minus Q2 over Q1 multiplied by 100. Okay, so also you can write it as a Q1 divided by Q1 minus Q2 over Q1 multiplied by 100. Okay, so this becomes 1 minus Q2 over Q1. multiply by 100. Okay, if your heat is completely converted into work, means Q2 is equal to 0, means your heat is not wasted into the environment. No waste
जी सर
of heat. Okay, so if it means this will become 1 minus 0 over Q1 multiplied by 100, or it becomes 100% efficiency. Okay, so that is not possible. Okay, so an engine cannot completely convert work into heat into work, because no such engine is there, because some of the heat must be wasted into the environment. Okay, so therefore first law of thermodynamics fails in that case. So why first law of thermodynamics fails? Because of entropy. Why heat is not completely converted into work? Means you cannot convert heat completely into work. Okay, so why? Because when heat flows from one object to other object, for example, there are two objects. Okay, you place two objects close to each other, in contact with each other. So for example, it is heat is large, it is heat is small q2, so we say that q1 is greater than q2. So it means heat can flow from q1 to q2. Okay, so heat does not flow like water, as water flows in straight direction. If you uh, give pressure here to water, so water will flow like this, it flow like this in a straight direction. But if two objects are hot, one is hot and other is colder, so if you place two objects in contact, then the heat from one object cannot completely transfer from this object 1 to this object 2. Some of the heat must transfer in the environment because of entropy. Entropy means spread in energy. So there is always entropy. Entropy means disorder in energy, or we say the molecular disorder. Okay? Okay. So okay, so molecular disorder means, or we say that spread in energy. Means when you provide heat to a system, you increase the entropy of system. Means there is always increase in energy, increase in entropy in the system. So systems molecular disorder increases, means molecules move randomly in different directions. So their energy is wasted in the environment. Some of the energy is wasted. Complete energy is not converted into work. You cannot convert the complete energy, whatever you are providing heat to the system, it cannot be converted into work. But some of the energy must be dissipated in the system. In previous first law, if you have engine, hot reservoir and a system, so whatever you heat provide, that completely can be converted into work. So no waste in energy in the environment. But that is impossible. There is no such engine that does not spread its energy, some of the energy into the environment. Okay, so there is always spread in energy, some wastage in energy in the environment. Okay, so first law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics says that, second law of thermodynamics says statement that entropy is represented with S. So change in entropy, total entropy of the system, S is entropy, that is always greater than or equal to 0 in any process. Okay, so this is second law of thermodynamics. So this is first statement. And a second statement, that heat cannot be completely rather this is also first statement. Okay, and the second statement I am going to define. Heat cannot be converted completely into work. Okay, this is first statement. That is also same as entropy, because due to entropy, entropy of the system always increases. Okay, in any process. And a far reversible process, you can say that S entropy, change in entropy is equal to 0. Here S total means entropy of system and surroundings. Okay, that is equal to 0. This is for reversible processes. Okay, or you can write it as a S system plus S surroundings must be equal to 0 for any reversible processes. Okay, but for reversible process, entropy is always greater than 0. for reversible processes, you can also write it as S system is equal to minus S surroundings. Okay. So there is the first statement of the second law, and the second statement says that you cannot transfer, or in simple words we can write it, heat always transfer from hot body to cold body. Okay. So it cannot flow from cold to hot, but if you want to make it flow from cold to hot, in case of refrigerator, cold to hot, then you must provide work. Okay. So if you, as in case of refrigerator, what happens? Okay. So this is cold object and this is hot object. Okay. So you do work on this system to move heat from cold to hot object. Okay. So you must do work on the, that work is provided by the heat pump. Okay. Compressor is there to do work. Okay. So that it can steal the heat from the refrigerator and leave into the environment. Okay. So that is second statement of the second law of thermodynamics. Okay. There is also third law of thermodynamics. Okay. That says that at absolute zero, entropy of the system is zero.